I've realised if I'm really serious about getting better at golf, I'm going to have to improve my mobility and my fitness. So today I'm going to go and see a personal trainer who specialises with golfers. Hi, I'm Paul, and this is The Golf Show, Half My Handicap. Okay, so the day that I've been dreading a little bit has finally come. I'm in the gym, but thankfully I'm with Jon from Jon Hodgkinson Golf Fitness. Jon, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, really good, thank you, Paul. Nice to see you.
Good to see you again. So recently we had a call with my team as part of my Half My Handicap Challenge. We had my golf coach, we had my performance coach, we had the guys from Draw More Circles, the data analysts, and you as the PT.
Absolutely.
And the purpose of that call was a real sort of warts and all story from the guys about my golf performance.
Yeah, so when we had that initial chat, it was great to try and get the input from Guy, your swing coach, from Chris, your performance coach, and from Craig as well. And really what I wanted to understand from that call was where do they see your performance trending? And what might they see in your swing that we can have a look at today from a biomechanical point of view, from a movement point of view, and then hopefully we can build a report and feed back to those guys as well. So brilliant, really good to collaborate with them.
He's chipping out of the trees.
Is he capable of doing the things?
Very inconsistent.
More than half an hour, Paul, to dissect your game.
I am here, guys.
Yeah, I know you won't take this well tonight.
It was a bit like watching your own funeral. I'm 50, the gym is not my natural habitat, so I'm looking forward to this because I've got to do something, so I'm really excited to get started. So what's the plan for today?
Yeah, so what we're going to do in today's session, we're going to take you through our golf fitness evaluation. It's broken down into different segments, so we're going to start off by looking at things like your pelvic function, your spinal mechanics, mobility through the hips, the shoulders, every different area of the body. We're trying to build up a blueprint of how your body moves. Because I think it's really important for anyone of any age using the gym that they have that personalised setup. You can just improve your golf game, your mechanics, your consistency by improving, for example, how your shoulder might rotate, because that might put you into a better swing position. What I'd really like to get an idea from you is previous injury history, any niggles, any aches or pains that you are suffering with or have suffered with, any breaks, anything like that, anything that might be relevant.
My biggest injury was I had 4 teeth knocked out on the golf course, where some guy duffed a chip and threw a wedge and it hit me straight in the face. Nice. Shaft snap, week before my GCSEs. Had a lovely Nick Faldo cashmere jumper on, that was ruined as well. Really bad tennis elbow in 2018. Okay. In both arms. About 2 years ago, I lifted something up just badly in a rush, and I felt something go on the bottom left of my back. Right, okay. Yep. Whenever I get a niggle, it's in exactly that spot. Okay. What
this assessment shows is it gives us this blueprint of what's going on right now, what could be triggering those niggling little injuries, and how do we get you as far away from that as possible. We're going to look at your pelvic function and your leg length first of all, so I'm just going to roll trouser legs up a little bit.
I've got matching socks on.
Yeah, you have. You're good. Push your hips up towards the ceiling for me. And then just hold it in that position. Just relax it down. When you relax down, let your hips go all the way down to the couch. And then just try and completely relax. Give me the weight of your legs from there. High as you feel like you can go. So there's a bit of an asymmetry. There's a couple of things that could be triggering that, and I'll go into the mechanics of the body and help you understand that. But it could be the deep hip rotators around the back of the glute. It could also be what we call your adductors on your inner thigh as well. So there's some sort of tightness in the muscle there that's stopping your leg from being able to rotate. We then want to have a look at how would that translate into golf mechanics. This will allow us to test what we call your thoracic spine. So knees and feet stuck together. I want you to make a conscious effort to keep your knees and feet stuck in that position. Let's have a look at how well you can rotate to your left-hand side first of all.
To my left.
Okay. Yeah, very good. Okay. So what we see here is, I'm using these angles on the floor to test. Can you physically rotate 45 degrees? So actually what we're seeing is you're pretty much on point. We've got a straight line through the spine. Got a slight little bit of arc in here, which is absolutely fine. That's your start point. The first point of this drill, I want to look at, can you create flexion through the upper portion of your spine? So if I put my hand here, think about the idea of dropping your chin down and trying to pull you back up into my hand, push up towards the ceiling. So really try and go up, 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 up. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. So this is flexion, okay?
Yeah.
This is flexion through your thoracic spine.
Yeah.
Relax it down. Perfect. That's neutral.
Yeah.
Keep your head and shoulders in that position.
Yeah.
Try and think about pulling the belly button down towards the floor. So can you arc down through the back? So the opposite direction. So just relax. Relax, relax, relax down to level. Okay, so at the minute you're pushing up.
Yeah, okay.
So try and relax opposite way.
Right.
This is tough. So this is body-brain connection now.
Yeah.
So sometimes these small little movements, they might look easy, but if you've not done it before, you have to learn it. Okay, so the belly button, pulling down towards the floor. Think about drawing the chest up a little bit higher and then pulling down through this area. There we go. That's it. Okay. Reset. And one more time. And reset from there. Very good. Okay, so now we do the opposite. I'll go down towards the floor, forwards, up towards the ceiling. Good. Yeah, so we see some movement through this right shoulder blade here.
Yeah.
Okay, just relax.
So John's keeping a score there. We've got a diagram. We're going to look at the assessment sheet soon. I'm hoping there's more green ticks than red. But I don't know, he's not giving anything away at the moment.
I want to have a look at your posture when you address the golf ball down the line.
Okay.
So address the ball as you normally would do, just relax into it, hold that position.
Do you really game these blades?
Yeah,
Wow.
I try to. That's probably why I play off 6. And not okay, perfect. So if I was just giving you a very, very brief overview of what's happening here, let's skip over this side.
Yeah.
So your spine is relatively neutral. Okay. So we don't have any excessive curvature.
Yeah.
We don't have any excessive extension. Your thoracic spine, your cervical spine should be allowed to rotate in the golf swing because they are areas that can rotate.
Yep.
You've got to load them in a relatively neutral position because they can rotate from neutral.
Okay.
If they're overly extended or overly flexed, you lose how much rotation you can create from them. If I went into what I would class as C posture, which is instead of hinging from the hips to address the ball, you would see that the less of a hinge and more of a rounding. And when someone's rounded in this position, effectively what's happened is the shoulder blades have started to roll forwards and the thoracic spine has started to flex forwards. Now, if you think about those vertebrae, they rotate well from neutral. If you put them into a flex position, so that curved position, straight away you down-regulate how much rotation you can
really
get
interesting.
around this way a little bit. So you're always going to see just that slight curvature here, but for me, that is not excessive. Okay? So that's a good neutral posture. We also see a slight knee bend, which is good. So that shows us that the weight is loaded quite nicely through your feet. What I'm going to do is just put a little bit of pressure on the back of the hips. So I'm going to hold the hips in position. Okay? Can you get that rotation going through the upper body?
Okay.
Good. Reset. Go again. Other side. Reset. What we're seeing now is that when I provide some stability, you can do the movement.
Okay.
So I'm having to hold on a little bit, put some pressure on. The hips are trying to go, but when I hold you there, you can separate. So realistically, what that tells us straight away is that yes, you can do the movement, but you need some stability. The stability of the lower body comes from the muscles that create stability in that area. And draw up and then hold that position for me. See down the line of the camera that your forearm is covering your ear. Okay. So that's our line that we assess against from there. Just relax this one down. Physically, if we look at the angle of your forearm, it's about the same. Rotate in that position. Okay, reset. Go again from there, just rotate. Reset. So we're looking at how well can you rotate into that trail hip. Good, okay, perfect. And one more time. So you can probably see straight away that you are bang on the money here. You're right into 60 degrees. You feel how you're rotating into that left hip as well. You get that idea of how you rotate into it. This side of it is, it's fitness coaching. How is it going to translate onto the golf course? And so it takes a while for that to happen, but as soon as your body's moving better and you see the numbers change and you feel better, you can get around 18 holes without feeling knackered afterwards. You can play 36 holes back to back if needed. All those sort of things really start to then sort of validate the process. Arms just relax down by your side. What I want to look at is, can you rotate to your left hand side and then can you drop your chin to your collarbone.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Okay. You feel like the chin hits the collarbone?
Cramp.
Really? You put that as a blooper if you want.
Oh, yeah, wow. I was feeling really proud of myself
Yeah.
until incredible pain.
Slowly drop it down. Feel all right?
That was fine,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just try the left again.
Actually.
Is it cramped? So this, you know, when we talk about shoulder mechanics,
Yeah.
muscles through the neck that connect
wow.
onto your scapula. So they're all connected around that area.
It's like I've just had a Vulcan death grip, which some of the millennials might not get, but I'll put an image up here now. Oh man.
Most people probably never think about the mechanics of the spine, the upper spine and the neck and how it comes into it. But let's say, so I'm a right-handed golfer, so in order for me to create my full backswing, and my backswing is actually quite short, I'm more 3/4, but realistically, when I'm up at the top here, my head is pointing down in that direction, my body's facing this direction. So my head and my neck has to be able to rotate that far to be able to keep my eyes on the ball. So 100 mile an hour of rotational speed coming through the spine. If there's a weak point in that chain, it will get exposed. And this is where that collaboration with swing coach, performance coach, draw more circles becomes so important, because we can all say collectively, for this period of time, whether it's 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever it might be, this is the focus. And then, you know, your swing coach and your performance coach can come in and say, right, in order to get the best out of those 4 weeks, we need you to practice on these days. We need you to practice for this time, etc. I can come in and say, well, if your body wants to hold up against that and we want your body to be working effectively, realistically, we need to make this amount of time every day. We want to do a little bit of strength testing. So we want to look at, can you fire up the glutes without the rest of the body trying to take over? Heel facing up towards the ceiling. I'm just going to go into your lower back, glute and hamstring. What I want you to do from here is very gently try and lift that right knee up off the couch, just a fraction. Good, and then relax. So over time, what we were trying to do is we would try and teach you how to do that movement. So that's hip extension. We try and teach you to do that without the lower back or the hamstring taking over. I'm going to draw your right leg out to the side like this. Okay, I'm going to try and drive your leg back together. What I want you to do is try and fight it. And relax. Okay, so there's quite a lot of resistance on that right hand side. That would tell me that your glute medius is firing up pretty effectively. So as I try and drive the leg back together, you've got the strength to fight it and hold it. The left hand side comes back in quite easily. So what we see there is there's a discrepancy in strength levels or muscle activation levels between left versus right. This will bring the competitive edge out of you. So the timer starts when you extend the leg away from the body. You're going to extend your right leg away from the body first of all. So good, hold it for as long as you can. Okay, relax down from there. So we're just starting to see a bit too much hip sway.
On the left, you can do it.
Let's see how we go. Good, fight it and keep going, keep going. Yeah, just stop there. Difference, i.e. the point at which we start to saw a lot of discrepancy through the body. So your left-hand side, you managed 18 seconds. The right-hand side, 27 seconds. Your right leg's extended from the body. We're testing the strength of the left glute.
Right with you.
So your left glute, 18 seconds. Your right glute, 27 seconds.
Right, interesting. So that's a massive difference.
There's a difference there, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Hold that position. Just relax your head back a bit. Perfect. Rest there. Hips dropping down. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Drive up. Reach up. Good. Hips up. Good. Very good. Stay strong. And rest there. Hips dropping down a bit too low. Okay. So we've tested. I was testing your left hand side. Okay. We tested right hand side first of all. On the right hand side initially, 27 seconds. On the left hand side, 37 seconds. It's not uncommon to see a right-handed golfer with a strong left-hand side, but realistically, again for you, the goal is get as far away as possible from lower back pain. In order to do that, we need to make sure that the strength ratio is left versus right are as strong as possible,
Yep.
but also as equal as possible.
Okay.
So trying to build up a blueprint now of how your body moves.
Yep.
Where are the areas where there might be a little bit of a discrepancy?
Yep.
We always start around the pelvis.
Yep.
You really think of the pelvis as being like the crux of where a lot of movement comes from.
Yep.
It's where the spine loads from, it's where the hips load from,
Yep.
so up and down that chain, it's a really important aspect.
Yep.
So if we were to look at your hips and pelvis, the first thing that we see is that your right hand side,
Yep.
we see a few red crosses.
Yep.
Now what this shows us here is that your right hip is slightly limited in internal external rotation.
Okay.
Also see on your right hand side is a slight leg length discrepancy. Is that your right hand side is hiked up a little bit.
Okay.
So the right side of your pelvis is just ever so slightly elevated,
Yeah.
and that then gives the impression that the right leg is slightly shorter. But hopefully when we retest you over
Yeah.
time, we'll start to see this and think of this idea of taking stress off this pathway
Yeah.
as much as possible. We're going to do that by improving the quality of the muscle tissue
Yep.
around that right glute area, the quality of the muscle tissue around the hamstrings
Yep.
and the calves, and then also trying to then teach you how to move the spine
Yep.
a little bit more freely.
I've been doing the golf show for 2 years and I've had some great access and learned lots of stuff. I've probably learned more important things about golf today with you, thank you very much, than I have in all those other episodes, those coaching, those looking at people making equipment, the fittings, the TrackMan stuff. And it's something that I've never really thought about. So I'm going to be driving home in a minute thinking, I'm an idiot. I mean, I'm very lucky I've got you keeping your expert eye over me and keeping me honest here. If somebody wants to sort of think about getting into making a start, what sort of things could they do?
So if you were doing this by yourself
Yep.
at home, you could start off by going onto our YouTube channel.
Yep.
So if you search for Jon Hodgkinson Golf Fitness, we have a variety of tutorial videos,
Great.
whether it's foam rolling, whether it's stretching, whether it's mobility work. That'd be quite a good way to dip your toe in the water. The other things as well is that we would offer anyone that comes across to the page, they can get access to almost like an off-the-shelf version
Okay.
of a mobility program.
Yep.
So it's a 30-day program. All the exercises have
Yep.
tutorials linked to them. It tells you what to
Yep.
do, when to do it, how to do it. And then after the 30 days, hopefully,
Yep.
people are moving more effectively. It's built specifically around the areas of the body that need to move
Yep.
with regards to the golf swing.
Yeah, I
So,
like that.
you know,
And is that a free program as
it's
well?
a free program. So if you went
Wow.
onto our website, which
Yep.
is www.jonhodgkinson.com, subscribe to our mailing list. We send an email out every week where
Yep.
we talk about different things within the golf swing.
Yep.
So whether it's mechanics of the golf
Yep.
swing, whether it's something that we've worked on with.
Yeah, and free as well, guys. I mean, just jump on that, yeah. Okay, so I'll put the details down below. We'll put it in the description as well. John, I've really enjoyed today. Thanks for being part of my team for my half my handicap. Doing this kind of stuff gives me a lot of confidence I'm going to achieve this challenge. I've been an 8 handicap forever,
Yeah.
and if I just carried on doing the same stuff, I'd just be an 8 handicap forever. So I really think I've got a great opportunity now working with you and working with the guys. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're
Great
looking
stuff.
forward to it.
Brilliant.
Thanks again.
Hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you did, give us a like. If you really enjoyed it, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you next time on The Golf Show. I hope you enjoyed that episode of The Golf Show. To watch another, click here. To subscribe, click here.